Hi everyone, I'm back again, hopefully for the last time to check these pots. I think I should have enough material after today to tell which one is working better. Well, there we go. Still little flies in this one, little kind of like, I don't think they're fruity fly things, I think they're sort of gnats or something like that. But let's have a look at this. Now, I'll just scoop that out. Something's biting me. Now if I flatten that out in that trowel, that's roughly a level trowel. But let's see what it looks like. Now this is very dense. See, if I squish that together, it's like clay. But it looks like all the bugs have gone, and the worms would start coming into the pot at this point, because I'd say it had deacidified enough for the worms to come in. But it doesn't look like there's any in there yet. However, oh wait a bit, I tell a lie, what's that? Oh no, still little soldier flies in there, little baby ones. Yeah, there's still a couple little soldier flies mulling around in there. So no worms yet, but a good result. Just goes to show how quickly that all decomposes, and you could easily spread that around your garden and water it in. Easy peasy. Now what I'm going to do, oh that's turned to beautiful soil now, look at that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the contents into these little containers, because I want to see if I can gauge how much soil they've left behind after they've finished doing what they do. I think all the bugs have definitely vacated now. So that's that one. Get that off. One of those. Oh, there's a little tiny bit more in there, but it's minuscule. Okay, there's that one. This one was the Bokashi Bran, pot number 2. Wow, look at that. Now, it's such a different result. Again, even similar though to the last 2 times. Lots of soil created in this one. The mozzies are out in force today. It's that time of the day. I'm a bit late in the afternoon. So look at that. That's a lot of soil created there. No worms in there yet. I would imagine in another week they would appear. I might have to come back in a week to see. I was hoping this would be the last test today, because it's a lot of work doing this every week. I want to do something different now. There's a lot more soil in there than the Bokashi spray, so a very different decomposition process with the Bran. I've got a bigger container because I'm pretty sure this has created a lot more soil, so to speak. It's all looking very good though. Oh, there's still lots of soldier flies in here, look. Wasn't that interesting? Okay, so they're still munching away. But I'm not going to be able to fit it all in this one. It's going to be too much. That's a lot. No, that's a big container too. So I'm not going to get the rest of that out. I think I'm not going to be able to fit any more in this container. And this pot had nothing in it, and obviously there were little things in the grass clippings that are growing up. Oh, isn't this lovely? A few little roots still trying to come through there. Now this is a similar result to the Bran. Actually a little less soil, I can tell. So that's kind of like one big scoop. The Bran definitely had 2 scoops. And that soil is good enough to spread around your garden as well. The mosses are out, they're getting me. I should have put some spray on. Can't see any worms. And of course I don't want to spend too much time here, I'm going to get eaten alive. Picked a bad time of the day to come out, but I was trying to wait for the neighbours to stop making noise. Anyway, can't see any worms in there, and it looks like all the soldier flies have gone. Now this soil also is very dense, look at that. It's like clay, very dense. So the result is like the Bokashi Bran, but not as much soil created, but a similar density of the spray. This had nothing added, this one. And it's broken down also. It doesn't look like there's any soldier flies left in here, like there is in the Bokashi Bran. And I can't... There's a couple of little soldier flies there, but not as many, nowhere near like the quantity that was still in the Bran. Now this is a lot more than I was expecting. I only bought a small container for this one. So you can almost say that would probably be a big container full. A tiny little bit left in there, but I can't fit it in here. So here we are at pot number 4, and this one of course had the water in it. And look at the plants around it. They're really, really thriving. There's a couple of tomato plants just here, and they've wilted a little bit in this heat today, and also because I haven't watered the garden. But when you think about the other pots, which there was no plants growing around them really, this one was at least nourishing the soil because of all the water in it. Now this is a brilliant result. This is the way I do it, where I soak everything in water. What's that? A bit of skin of something left over. So this is a smaller amount, roughly the same size as the Bokashi spray, but different result in the soil. It feels different, it looks different. But a great result. I would think that in another week this one would have worms in it as well, finishing off what the soldier flies leave behind, because there's still nutrients in that soil that the worms can live on. Is that a worm there? No, it's still a little soldier fly. So there's a couple of little soldier flies still left, nothing to write home about. A great result though. It is so hot today that the camera is not working properly, even at this late time of the afternoon. And this is the pot, of course, with the wastewater, and you can see everything growing up around it. Oh, there's hardly anything left in here at all. But it's all turned to beautiful soil. And I think this one won't be much more than one small container. And this of course is the one with the wastewater. This is the way I like to use it. And part of that reason is so you can just keep topping it up. You can see if you want to generate a lot of soil, this wouldn't be the way to do it. But if you want to just continually nourish your garden, to me this is the best way. But it's up to you, of course. So here we are, pot number 5, which was the Bran and then the water added. A few little bugs in there, like the Bokashi spray, which is interesting. but still a beautiful result. Let's have a look at that. See how much we can get in a scoop. Ow, something's biting me. Being eaten alive here by something. So this is a little bit more. This is a full scoop. A full scoop. I've lost a little bit because ow! I'm struggling to get this one video between the mosquitoes and the ants. I'm not having a very good day here. So this one is a little bit more than the Bokashi spray, nowhere near as much as the Bokashi Bran one, so it's a great result. It gives you a lot more space to put extra waste in your pots. I like it when they empty all by themselves. It's far less work for me to empty and spread it around the garden. And that's why I say you can just keep topping them up. And the only time I really empty them is when they're completely full up with soil. And at that point, I empty them. But you can do whatever system you like. Is that a worm there? No, it's a little baby soldier fly. So there's still soldier flies in here too, which is really interesting. Another little bug. And this soil isn't as dense either. It's still clayey, but I can tell by when I squish it, the consistency, it's not quite as dense as the other ones that were really clayey. So it's reasonably friable. I think I might leave these pots for 2 weeks and come back after 2 weeks and see what they've done then, and see if that consistency of that soil has changed. But all of those are quite a good result. I'll have to go back and watch all the end results to see which one works better. I don't honestly think it would matter. It's just really which one you would prefer. And clearly the one that creates more soil is the Bokashi Bran. But I'm not sure whether that soil is too acidic or not. I probably should come back and do a pH test on them. Beautiful soil in here now. It's a slightly different result to the Bokashi Bran on its own. Beautiful soil though. And let's see how much we can fit. Oh, I lost a few bits around the edge there. So not as much as the Bokashi Bran on its own. So let's look at them all together. So there's the end results. There is the Bokashi spray. This one is the Bokashi Bran. This one had nothing added. This one was the water added. And this one was the Bran with the water added. Isn't that an interesting result? And that's the end of this test. I've had enough. Thanks for watching.